and let us jump right on into the very first day. Now right off the bat, we're going to be greeted by the boyos, Timmy and Tommy, as they get us through all of the introductory and orientation stuff. I personally use my real name, even though a lot of people may use a screen name or a nickname. I just use good old Lynn. And I'm entering my birth date of September 26th, which means I am a Libra, hoorah. And then it's character customization time, which is one of my favorite parts. Since I identify as she/her, I'm choosing the feminine looking gal and picking a skin color from this rather small shade range. Jackie Ina would not approve. And I'm pretty much just modeling everything after my in real life appearance with some grandma looking hair, some Asian ass looking eyes, brown eyes, poop eyes, and a nose with no nose bridge. So that's pretty spot on if you ask me. And after that, island shenanigans. I live in North America, so I wanted the seasons to match up with where I am now, and I'm currently in spring. And then I chose a layout, not a big deal, just chose the one with the residential services in the middle. Then they asked me a question on what I would bring to a deserted island, and I said a sleeping bag. And then they pretty much just said, psych, that was hypothetical. Nook Inc. will provide you everything, but not without putting you in debt. So what's the point of it all? Is that supposed to be reassuring? And then we fly off to the new island. There was this beautiful cutscene that was a commercial for the Deserted Island Getaway Package. Got me so excited. The animation and colors and graphics in this game is something else. Quite a beauty to behold, in all honesty. And then I arrive at the airport. My two starting villagers were Tammy and Rory. I've come to love them. And here is Tom Nook giving a lovely speech. And then I pretty much got to explore my surroundings and put down my tent. I didn't really think about it too much. I kind of liked it being around the river bend. And so I decided to plop it down right there. Look at me, I am absolutely overjoyed. I am able to set up a tent. Wow, my tent making skills, top notch. Then I talked to all my villagers and got to know them and then helped them set up their tents because I am a good citizen. Look at me upstanding with my civic duty and service to my fellow people. And then I just got to run around, listen to the music and the sound effects, which are so peaceful, and collected some things off the ground like tree branches and weeds in order to help Tom Nook build a little campfire. And with that, we transition into the nighttime, and we have a little bit of festivities, a little bit of a party in order to celebrate us being totally isolated from the rest of the world. Wow, doesn't that sound familiar? I decided to name my island Lentil Soup. That might sound dumb to you, but it's a nickname that one of my old friends gave me, and I've used it to name every world I ever play in a game now. So, gotta stick to tradition, you know? And then I went to bed, and then had the sweetest dreams of the KK Slider. Look at that handsome man. Oh my gosh, I absolutely quiver in his grace. KK Slider gives a very inspiring monologue. It could definitely be quoted and slapped on to one of those Pinteresty looking sunsets that moms use in order to have affirmations and inspiring quotes on their feeds. But then I woke up to be greeted by Tom Nook, who told me I was in debt. What's new? Please just break my knees. I don't even like my knees, so just take them, please. Tom Nook definitely would not vote for Bernie Sanders. And then after that, all the introductory stuff were pretty much done. I got some freedom to explore the island and the technology I had. This was when I was completely overloaded by the cuteness and the aestheticness. I mean, look at the trees. Look at the leaves on the trees. Look at even the weeds on the ground. I got triangular grass, and that's amazing. The water is so beautiful. Look at it. They're perfect. Haha. The residential services tent is where I get to talk to Tom Nook and Timmy about buying things and paying off my debts. Look at the absolute stink eye that Tom Nook is giving Timmy from the side as he's trying to present an opportunity for me to not be indebted. And once I collected enough materials, I made a fishing rod and I fished. a lot. You'll come to know that you have to fish a lot in this game if you want to get anywhere. But then my fishing rod broke, one of the things that I will most likely get used to and get tired of very quickly. Then I went back to the residential services tent to craft a new fishing rod, along with looking through the catalog to see what I could DIY. Look at this little succulent I made, isn't it adorable? And then I got attacked by wasps, which was so scary. Like, I was literally, did you see those wasps just juked me out? I was running in a circle and then they turned around. What type of wasps are that smart? Then I put down Blather's tent to be built, who is the curator of the museum. Yes, I know, my face is not put together. And then I got attacked by wasps again, because I'm learning that this game actually hates me. Bruh, I got on the grind. Fishing 24/7, non-stop. And I present to you my humble abode. Look at this tent that I went in debt for. Very lovely, very spacious. For the rest of the day, I just continued to do my Animal Crossing shenanigans. As you can probably tell, I played this game for the entire day of release day, like a good 6-7 hours, probably more. I collected Nook miles in order to pay off my debt, which you do by completing tasks given in the app on your phone. I continued to discover new fish and tried to collect as many as I could, and thoroughly enjoyed the sky as it changed colors during the sunset. I also started doing a little bit of decorating just to spice things up, keep things looking fresh and funky. And pretty soon the sun was going down, it was getting a little bit dusky, and then it was nighttime. And that ended my first day in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And here are some of my thoughts, because I must insert my own opinion. As I continued to play Animal Crossing and I got to get into the rhythm of things, logging on every morning and seeing Tom Nook give his announcements and just grinding for those bells, discovering new fish and critters, and just exploring all of the features this game offers, there were some gripes that came up. It's quite particularly annoying when you run out of inventory space, or when your fishing rod seems to break every 10 minutes, which is ridiculous because then you have to run back home and craft it again. And the fact that at the beginning, if you don't time travel, it can take a long while to actually progress in the game and collect all the tools and features you need to fully have control over your island. But all these quips I have don't really matter in the long run of things, mainly because I've been playing in quarantine, so I've had a lot of time on my hands. Granted, a lot of people who still have to go to work, who still have to attend online school, aren't going to be able to progress at the same rate, but the patience and the waiting is worth it. Your hard work eventually pays off, and the entire experience of the game can be taken at any pace. You can go as fast as you want, or you can take it as leisurely as you desire. I love meeting all the new characters and conversing with them, and just listening to their vernacular and the words they use, which I think is so endearing and hilarious. All of the nuances of the game, plus some of the features I'm going to talk about, has made New Horizons my favorite Animal Crossing game. But I want to talk about some specifics, so let's talk about custom designs. Custom design is my favorite feature of New Horizons. It's so much fun to be able to create your own patterns and decorate your own home with your own artwork. While you're editing and creating designs, there's a variety of tools that lets you change the color palette, create certain shapes, and overall just create whatever you want. You can tack these designs on clothing, you can put them on the ground, on canvases, and even on furniture that you can customize yourself. I've been using this tool and this feature so much because it's a lot of fun to make your own clothing and design your own pieces, mainly because it lets you be able to express your personality even more through the game. You're allowed a lot more creative freedom when you're able to make your own furniture, decorate with what you come up with, instead of waiting for Nook's Cranny or for the online Nook shopping to refresh every day, trying to search for the right piece of furniture. Instead, you can make that perfect piece yourself. It's because of customization that I've been able to transform my space into something I really love in such a short amount of time. If you're an artist, and even if you aren't an artist, you're gonna love this tool, and I'm sure that you'll use it to every advantage. Now let's talk about the museum. I can go on and on about how beautiful this game is, how amazing the graphics are. Museum takes the freaking cake. Oh my gosh, this shit should be in the MoMA. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of being a little kid and just going to these museums, the Georgia Aquarium, the aviation museums in DC, and just enjoying it for what it is. And it's such a lovely, it's an entire ass experience, y'all. I couldn't wait for my museum to finish building. I was so excited to see what it looked like. The way that the music changes for each wing, the color schemes, the lighting, I'm just so amazed by how beautifully done it is. I mean, look. And lastly, I want to talk about online play with your friends. All the music, first of all, that has to do with Dodo Airlines is absolutely beautiful. I want that to be played to me every morning when I wake up. And since I played Animal Crossing Wild World, I played it because Wild World was my friend, not because I wanted to play the game with my friends. And all the online features for Animal Crossing New Horizons totally lets you socialize and hang out with your friends on their islands and on your own island. Playing with friends, although it's not necessary, makes the game a lot more fun in my opinion and a lot easier. You can trade fruits, you can send each other furniture, you can share material items in case someone is still not getting their 30 iron ingots and they're just trying to survive. It just introduces a really cool level of connectivity. For the moment you guys have all been waiting for, my island tour. Welcome to Lentil Soup. This is our local airport. As you can see, there is the little seaplane. And when you exit the airport, you're immediately gonna get to Tammy's house. Tammy's house has very warm, playful vibes, lots of yellow, lots of relaxing furniture for her to just chill in because she's kind of sassy and sometimes she needs to take a break from that attitude. And then around Tammy's house, there's my little pond and a grove of fruit trees. I finally collected all the fruit trees, and though they are not all grown, they will be one day, and they will have pears, apples, oranges, cherries, and peaches. Behind the grove of trees, we have Rory's house. Rory's house is a little bit more rustic, a little bit more macho. I decorated his exterior with some nice brick and log furniture. He also has some flowers in his front yard because we love them flowies. And as we follow the river and then go into the forest, I haven't cleared it out yet, and this is probably where all my town essentials like the Able sisters are gonna be. And then we have the museum. Diagonal to the museum is Nook's Cranny. Mine is still kind of a ghetto looking shack, but you know, we do what we gotta do. And then as we head up north, we're gonna hit the residential's tent, which has not turned into a building yet, and the bulletin board right next to it. And of course, we have my home. I have not put a lot of work into my exterior because I've been working on my villagers' exteriors because I am gonna be the best residential representative. Putting my neighbors first, bruh. But what I have done, it's pretty cute. And we'll come back around later to tour the inside. But firstly, let's head right back down south. We're gonna go towards the beach. And right along the beach, we have these two flower box plots. There's also a very nice sitting area beside it in case you wanna gaze out and look at the ocean waves. One of them is a variety and the other one, I believe, is strictly windflowers. It's a nice place to stop and smell the flowers. And as we cross over the bridge, we reach Midge's house, which is very foresty. I used trees instead of fencing to close out her area. Midge is low-key my favorite villager. Don't tell anyone, please. Like, keep that shit between us, please. And Midge's closest neighbor is Bubbles. I tried to follow the aesthetic that's already set by the furniture that was required to build. Bubbles' house is a little bit more garden-y, a little bit more like upscale. And then adjacent to Bubbles, we have Al's house, which is by far my favorite color scheme. I really love the black and the yellow. It's very iconic in my opinion. And that's all the houses I currently have. Here's my pier and the rest of my beach. And there's a lot of my island that is still left the way it is, natural and in its state untouched. I'm just keeping my island the way it is for now until I get the terraforming tools. Eventually I want to expand and have like a mountain house, maybe a little flower field. I kind of want to just enjoy its natural state, you know, taking a breath of nature before it eventually is all changed by me. And let's head right on into mi casa. As you can see, my front room is pretty bare. I don't have a lot of furniture to fill all my rooms, so for now, it's currently a gallery. And here are my proud masterpiece recreations. And then to our left, we're gonna head right into the kitchen. The kitchen is very rustic and farmhouse. I kept most of the furniture light. The walls are pretty sparse as I don't have any wall decorations yet, but I really love how this room came together. I was so elated when I got a rice cooker and a coffee grinder. Thank you, Chris, for sending me those. And then if we head straight on down, we're gonna reach my bedroom, which is a totally different vibe from the kitchen. It's very colorful, it's kind of eclectic, a little bit messy, very teenagery, I'd say. I really like the way it is now, though I probably, as I get better furniture, will turn it into a more mature room. Of course, I have a variety of instruments and some bop and KK slider tunes on my record player. And I've also hung up a lot of my clothing creations up on the wall. And that is my house. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so happy to be able to show you guys my island and be able to play this game. I can't wait to take you guys on further adventures to see how my island develops, and I'll for sure try to make more Let's Plays in the future. But for now, stay safe, social distance yourself, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!